Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Pokemon game video. Today's video is dedicated to the SINoALICE live event that just occurred. So let's jump right into it. Once we get 7,500 subs, we'll be doing that giveaway. Alright, I'm going to go over the Q&A section first because I believe the Q&A this time around was really valuable and it has something that left a really good taste, personally speaking. Alright, let's go over it. When will Aladdin story be released? Now, just note they didn't comment when it will be released, but they did say it was going to be expedited. So that's super cool on Cat for, you know, giving us more information than he had to. That's super cool. Next thing is going to be, when's the next collab event? This was absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna like pretty much post a comment on the SINoALICE live, video and show all of the different times, but essentially 1820, that's when this one occurred, and this is probably the most important thing. January, April, and June, there are expected collabs said by Cat. January is the one that is supposed to be set in stone. The ones in April and June are tentative. We will see what they will be. January though, it's slightly predictable in my opinion because ReZero might be coming back, like the anime in January. So we might be getting a ReZero collab on January, but honestly it's up in the air. It could be Dragon Guard because they own the IP as well. All I know is next month we should be getting a collab. They didn't say which title in specifically. Alright, next thing. We still think you rigged the Gran election. Tell us the truth. That's right, Steph. He didn't. Like, Cat was like, he voted for Red Riding Hood like a true cultured man. He said he did not vote for Snow. So, yeah. I mean, as far as we know, it doesn't really matter. You know, conspiracy theories aside, Snow White won. Whatever. Next thing is B. This was my question. So, any way you can fix up the guild recruitment system. Now, some people don't care. Some people want this to be a thing. Honestly, the highlight of SINoALICE is PvP. So might as well make the guild recruitment system valuable. And 2006, they stated that essentially they are trying to add a feature where within chat you can recruit folks. And I think that's super cool, Cat. If you guys can add that, I would super love to recruit people on chat because it would be way easier than trying to funnel through boards and trying to see who wants to join. I couldn't even like navigate through the guild searching feature. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. So I'm gonna leave the rest of these timetables down below, but they actually had more questions which were actually pretty cool and talked about a few different things. All right, so the next couple of questions that occurred, and I'm just gonna be clicking through the menu so you guys have something to look at. But essentially, is Lammy ever going to be a playable character? Now, he did say they were actually working on trying to make Lammy playable. It was a difficult thing to achieve, but I like how he covered it. Cat specifically, alright? We all know Cat's the MVP. He always making stuff happen. Also, thanks for the 650 Twilight Crystals to Steph, Saraphina, Blasphemous Waffle, and Cat. You know, Cat came in clutch with the extra 250, so that's super cool. But let's keep it going. Next thing was Rapunzel at 2204. No plans to add her in the next 6 to 8 months, but you know, we shall see. But for the most part, we won't be seeing Rapunzel anytime soon. Half nightmares. Like, what's the order? What's going on with JP? Are we following it or not? Cat pretty much said more info to come, but we're not following JP order as well. And there might be some changes with the way half nightmares flow. So that's pretty interesting. He gave us that info. 2243. Is matchmaking fixed? Cat said he thinks it's better than it was before. I know a lot of people will be vocal that it's not fixed. Make sure to let him know in the comments. In my comments down below, let me know how you guys feel about the matchmaking. If you want my personal opinion about matchmaking, I dislike it. It's not the best. It could be better. Just because we're still matching up. Honestly, I have a better time ranking or matching up with people in A rank than I do in S rank. And I think it's just because in S rank, there's a lot more tougher guilds, and in A rank, it's a little bit more balanced and more casual. But honestly, like, matchmaking is still a mixed bag for me. 2311, is there ever going to be a playable Steph or Saraphina? I thought that question was super cool. I really, dig them as people, and I like the personas they drive. So if they ever join us in the Sinnoh actual game, that's pretty cool. More power. I would like to see Cat as well, and Blasphemous Waffle, Maida, Shogo, like everyone. I would love to see, well, no, technically Yokotaro is already in it with, the Emil head. But anyways, let's jump into other things. Arcana changes in 2351. This is talking about the part where pretty much I believe it was 3 Little Pigs that got cost +2, and this was said at 23.51. It's really interesting that they changed the cost, and honestly, they didn't have to say anything. I'm gonna call every single character that doesn't have cost in them weak and a terrible banner, because if that's what it takes to make like all the characters OP and global, I'll do that for everyone, trust me. I'll say this character doesn't have cost, therefore it needs to have cost on it. Make it happen, Collab. I just thought it was funny they did that, and it completely like, you know, decimated my video. But for the most part, I think it's fine. Like if they want to do something like that, if they want to make a character more valuable, go for it. But you know, at the same time, it's one of those things where as a normal player, as a non-top 100, top 30 player, I don't think it's okay to pull on non-step up banners unless it's a cost thing like that. It can make a difference, but honestly, it's not going to make a huge difference for everyone. It's more for like endgame, the cost thing. Anyways, next thing is going to be, what are your favorite events 2452? Now, the one that I saw the most was definitely the Nier event. I think a lot of people love Nier because it's the pretty much claim to fame that Yoko Taro got was Nier Automata, alright? And the Nier series has pretty much made him like a star in like this overall gaming scene. So that's the one I saw. Christmas, Lammy, and Halloween and Gran Colo events were pretty much said as well. And then also 2538. I really like this comment because it was talking about autoplay, and you know, the stakeholders within Collab did not want to put it back in. But honestly, autoplay or skip tickets or something, so I don't have to actively look at SINoALICE to play the game. Because honestly, like people are I'm not playing SINoALICE so I can grind my mind out and click buttons, all right? Honestly, like just please put it back in. I would love it, personally speaking. If people set bots to do that already, you know, people are inclined to do that, but personally I don't like doing that. Just make it a thing. It's already in the code set. I advocate it personally. I truly advocate for it. Next thing is going to be 2610, Asia and US/EU. Are you guys okay with like the actual merge? It's a 50-50 split for the most part. That's what the community pretty much felt. And then 2701, are folks okay with the actual JP merge that's going to be occurring? Side note, it's never going to happen. Kat was like saying JP merge will never happen. There's no like actual like idea of when it's going to happen. They're not planning for it. So yeah, don't even worry about trying to merge with JP whatsoever. All right, let's talk about the actual like slideshow that they gave us and like all the different things. So we have a lot to unpack as far as the actual anniversary goes. So with this anniversary, you know, the super cool thing is, I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but we have a daily free multi from 12/28, which is tomorrow, to 1/5 January. That's amazing. You know, who doesn't want multis for pretty much 8 days of free multis? Like, that's awesome. Next thing is going to be, you can enter giveaways, you know, 10 winners of the Lenovo Tab, and then SINoALICE grab bag. I actually want this or the grab bag SR. Either of the two, these two. I don't want the tablet. I want like the Sino goodies. So just do multis. Just do the free multis and you can enter the giveaway. So that's super awesome. Next thing is going to be the international class. These are exclusive classes that have never been released whatsoever. I think JP gets them as well. I have no idea what they do. Hopefully they add cost. If they don't have cost on these classes, they're bad. Yeah? You see where I'm coming from? Okay, cool. Next thing is going to be Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. And I have to say, they're both, Cinderella is waifu. So pretty much a must pull. Plus, it's a step up banner. Now, let's go ahead and talk about these weapons. I'm not going to talk about the classes because they can do whatever they want with them, honestly. But Meaning of Depravity, Meaning of Slumber, both of these are pretty good. You know, I guess the bow could be, some things can be left to be desired because it increases magical attack and it's a, you know, M attack debuff. It's not DC2 or DC1. It's whatever. Meaning of Slumber is actually pretty good. It's a 1.5 plus a support boon 1. I think this is one of the best tomes that the game has received on a class specifically. So if you're a tome user, like this is like an easy like must pull. Harp of the Bird winner, It's pretty good. Weapon repair 2, physical attack and magical attack 1.5. That's pretty good. So long as they don't change anything, I think these two are like the must pulls, alright? Red Snake Short Sword. Now, this one is actually pretty good for sword users, you know. T4, one enemy, no like extra other thing. You know, it just like smashes like one person, and then DC2. Straightforward, pretty good. I really like it, plus it can go LL. Honestly, my overall thoughts on this banner, it's pretty good. But we shall see, because just note, the international classes are just around the corner. So you don't know what's going to be happening. You don't know if this is a bait banner or whatever. But honestly, I don't think it's a bait banner with this tome in particular, because this tome is just rock solid, really good, and same with this harp. So Sorkmans, go crazy, pull on this banner. It's going to be worth it. There's going to be some pre-event login rewards. Just note that we get 30 TC every single day from December 28th to January 1st, so that's pretty cool. And then purification events from 12/28 to 12/31. Pretty much the more puries we do, the more stuff that we get, so that's super cool. TC promos, that's cool. Grand Conquest events, I believe Grand Conquest has also been extended. I'm not sure if like how difficult these Grand Conquests, but for the most part, I hope they're easier. I haven't been participating in Grand Conquest because personally I don't have time, because you know I'm covering other games. I can only put so much time into, you know, so many games that I play, because I want to cover everything appropriately. SINoALICE for me is just a news outlet to let folks know, so I'm doing my part. All right, I'm doing my part, but I still play in colo and everything. Returning users, you know, if you haven't logged in for 30 days, you get some stuff from 12/24 to 1/5. 12/24 has already technically passed. And then keep on the lookout for, you know, more events coming soon. All right, next thing is going to be on 12/31, December 31st. There's going to be the New Year classes that are going to be coming out, specifically Red Riding Hood and Alice. I'm not going to cover them, but for the most part, they're okay. They're not game changing from what I saw. If you're going to add cost on them, sure, pull them. It might be super necessary. Add cost in them. I'll pull for them. Why not? Next thing, and this is probably a super good part of the update, it 12/28 maintenance. That is, by the way, I think tomorrow, not today, right? If it's today, you know, feel free to correct me down below. But anyways, rank increase from 180 to 200, which is really cool. Max AP increase from 2 times to 3 times, so we get more AP when we do Puries. Daily Grimoire Summon Reminder, which is like, that's a godsend. That is super amazing. We get that. Royal Twilight Crystal Pass. I hope this is attached to the current Royal User Service. If not, that's gonna suck. That's all I'm gonna say. Next thing is going to be the Royal Creators Program. You know, sign me up if you are looking at this, like Sino Crew, sign me up. But for the most part, we'll see how things flow in the future. Because if Sino doesn't move in the direction where it's adding autoplay, pretty much making itself more or less grindy, then yes, I will cover SINoALICE. But if SINoALICE pretty much stays the way it is, if there is no changes, there is no like pretty much quality of life added into the game, I might drop SINoALICE just because of the fact that there are better gotchas that implement quality of life so much better, and I can do other things. All right, so I just want that to be heard for the SINoALICE crew, whether I get selected or not. It's one of those things where there's so many gotchas in the scene, and you can't keep forcing players to pretty much play horrible or non-fun content. All right, PvP is the most enjoyable content in SINoALICE, and therefore I feel like that needs to be the main highlight. And you know, things where it's non-PvP oriented need to be pretty much optimized so that you don't have to feel like you're grinding your brains out. All right, that's all I have to say as far as like SINoALICE stuff goes. And then lastly, let's go ahead and cover Project Fusion. It's expected to release around January 26, 2021, so that's super cool. Coliseum times will be changed from 8 times to 12 times, which is super amazing. And pretty much guerrilla conquest and large scale campaigns, which are like all the different events that occur in SINoALICE, will pretty much change over time. Rounding things out, we pretty much covered like the huge Q&A panel that they have. I'll leave pretty much timestamps on the original video. Feel free to like that so folks can see it. And then, you know, the actual SINoALICE like global in-game events. Honestly, my favorite part of this entire SINoALICE live event was the Q&A section with Kat and Steph. All right, Blasphemous Waffle and Saraphina, they were awesome too. But you know, just answering the player questions, getting involved with the community, and seeing how things are going, it's just super awesome. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. SINoALICE Live was super dope. 650 Twilight Crystals is coming in your mail. It's already in your mail if you didn't know. But anyways, I will see you in the next one.